Hi everyone, welcome back to another Best Practices video for first grade. I am Diana Simon and we're going to take a look at what one could expect to see and hear in a first grade mathematics classroom for this unit. Take a look at this joke. In this unit, we will be helping our first graders make sense of money. Our unit on money has the following learning goals. Recognizing pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters by name and value. Recognizing $1, $5, and $10 bills by name and value. Writing the value of a collection of coins using the number and cent symbols. Writing the value of a collection of bills using the number and dollar symbols. And in this unit, we also want our students to be able to count groups of one type of coin by skip counting by 2s, 5s, and 10s. Identify how many of each coin type are equal to $1. We want them to be able to count groups of mixed pennies, nickels, and dimes by counting the larger amount first and then the smaller amount. And finally, we want them to count groups of mixed $1, $5, and $10 bills by counting the larger amount first and then the smaller amount. What does student learning look like in the classroom? Below, we will take a look at 5 Explore lessons found in STEMscopes. Here is Explore 1, and students are given a bag with coins and bills. They will sort and examine the coins and the bills with a hand lens. Once they are done sorting and examining their attributes, they will label similar coins and bills with their name. In the second Explore, students will be working to identify the value of each coin, and then they will represent the value with a numeral and the cent symbol. Students will complete coin rubbings and label each coin by its name and by its value. In Explore 3, students will identify the relationship between coins, and they will trade coins for coins of equal value. They will also determine how many of each coin is needed to equal $1. For example, 10 dimes is the same as $1. In Explore 4, students will go shopping in the STEMscopes store. Here, they will be given a bag of coins, and they will determine the value of that set of coins. Then they will represent that value with a numeral and with the cent symbol. And finally, in Scope 5, students will be counting money that was raised for an animal shelter. They will be given envelopes and they will be asked to find the value of combinations of 1s, 5s, and $10 bills up to $100. Then they will use the dollar symbol to represent the amount appropriately. What does student learning sound like? The types of questions we ask will help facilitate our students' discussions and allow them to reflect on their learning and the learning of others. Here are some examples of some questions that could be asked during this unit. Asking these types of questions also allows us the opportunity to informally assess our students' understanding of the concepts being taught. These questions and more like them can be found in the math chat sections of every Explore lesson found in STEMscopes. Explore lessons and classroom discussions allow for the use of content-rich vocabulary. Here is a list of some of the vocabulary we should hear our students using as they explain their thinking in this unit. You can also find this list on the parent letter within STEMscopes. How will our students demonstrate their knowledge? During this unit, we should be providing many opportunities for our students to demonstrate their understanding of the benchmarks. STEMscopes provides activities like journal entries, exit tickets, show what you know activities, and fluency games that allow our students to demonstrate their understanding of the benchmarks being taught. This also gives the teacher the opportunity to informally assess student knowledge. As we visit classrooms, we may want to ask students questions to better gauge their understanding of the content. Here you see a couple of questions we could ask students. We could ask, how does skip counting help you count coins? Here we would hope that students can explain that they use skip counting by 10 for dimes, skip counting by 5s for nickels, and they could count by 2s to efficiently count pennies. Another question we could ask is there another way to represent this amount of money using different coins? An example of that would be if the student could explain that 22 cents could be represented with 4 nickels and 2 pennies, or 2 dimes and 2 pennies, or any other appropriate combination. We could ask, how can you sort bills to make it easier to find the total value? Here, we're looking for students to explain that they put the same bills together first, and then they begin counting with the bills that are worth the greatest value first. If students want to continue their learning at home, engaging activities can be found on the parent letter for each unit or scope in STEMscopes. The parent letter has a tic-tac-toe board full of engaging activities that can be easily done at home to reinforce the learning being done in the classroom. Here you see one example. In this activity, different values of coins can be written on sticky notes, index cards, or pieces of paper. Students draw a card and represent that value with coins. Using values that can be represented with the same coins would be a good place to start. For example, 20 cents could be represented with 2 dimes or 4 nickels. Then gradually use values where the student would need to use a mixed combination of coins. So let me leave you with an interesting coin fact. Did you think a coin toss was a 50-50 chance? Well, take a look at this. There is some research to show that a coin toss will land on the side originally facing up 51% of the time. Interesting. Make sure to pay attention which side is facing up before that overtime coin toss. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.